So this is a commentary of my first full roll since my Achilles injury, with my brother-in-law Joe, and we're just starting here from the open guard. And in the time of my injury, if you've noticed, I have actually been promoted, so I'm now a 4-stripe blue belt. So shout out to Carlson Gracie Scotland and Aberdeen Martial Arts Academy. So here he was just kind of like avoiding me, so I just reached out to grab him, and then I realised it was probably not a good idea to try and kick him over with my injured leg, and it was actually just safer to sweep him rather than take him down. So here, just passing from his open guard now, and just kind of slide my knee over, and now inside control. Now just basically trying to control and slow things down, because it's kind of the aim of the game now with an injury, is like just trying to control rather than go very fast. And so here, that's what I was trying to do here. It's just got this kind of like side control, just going to kick over to mount. And so now I've got this position, grabbing the head to limit his ability to hip escape. And so here I'm actually wanting to try and see if I can advance position. I want to try and get him to turn to his side so I can take his back. So what I'm trying to do now is just come underneath his arms and his shoulders, so then to try and turn to the side and then seeing which way I can go and take the back. But he's kind of like managing to square himself up a bit. So what I'm going to try and do is try and get an angle rather than being like head on with him. I'm going to try and get an angle, so I go to this kind of like this S mount position, and here I'm just trying to make him think about different things. I've mounted triangle him from this position a few times, so I know he's thinking about that, but I'm really just trying to get him to turn to his right. And so kind of forcing it there, and then as I feel the space, I roll with him and take the back. It's not a very strong back position, but I've got both hooks in, and I'm just going to see if I can stabilize a bit more rather than basing on my hand. So rolling over to get to the side. This would be what would be known as the strong side in terms of back control for chokes. And so that's what I'm doing. Rather than going with a body triangle, I was just controlling that hip with my shin and the foot. And what I'm going to try and do here is a one-armed rear naked choke. So that's what I'm doing, was just kind of walking my hand up, like using my fingers to pull my hand further around his shoulder, so that I can actually squeeze with one hand and finish. That's what I did. So here, starting from the mount position, just seeing how comfortable I am in bad positions and working out of them. And so I managed to hip escape to half guard, and then use underhook and knee shield to create distance. And now we're in this kind of position. I'm just kind of like allowing him to hand fight me and to give him a chance to try and work out this position, but he stands up. And so now I'm kind of going to like a weird De La Riva, and I was going to control his legs there, but then he kind of jumped over while I still had control of his ankle. So I felt it was like there's a lot of tension in his ankle as he jumped over, so I just let him go, rather than one of these freak accident injuries. So here, just kind of mucking around, just trying to hide my back from him, and he manages to get to that kind of turtle position while I've framed with my shin and got the arm bar. He actually had a sore neck before that, so it wasn't a very good position for him. But yeah, I was just trying to like roll with the roll position, just hide my back, and then I found an arm bar from there. But anyway, here just working side control. It's not quite clear there, but I'm actually controlling his arm there that he's got underneath. He's got an underhook, but I'm actually using that to pin his arm there. So that's actually a form of controlling somebody when they've got top side control. And so then I was trying to use my hip to try and get my front knee through, but he's moved to this kind of off angle position. And so now I feel like if I get my head free, I can just worm out of that and then take the top position and completely escape. And so now we basically flip positions here, and there he tried to get his guard back, kind of fell asleep at the wheel there. So so I just like put my knee back in place. Now I'm working my baseball bat choke. Used this that grip on my right hand to help the left hand get through, and then get a really good grip in the baseball bat choke. Very difficult to stop that once you got both hands there. And so I managed to do that, and now it's just working from the back. So it's coming to the end of the round, and he doesn't have the seatbelt. He's just working straight for the choke. So I find it easy to escape. Just get my head outside that arm, and then just basically shuck him off. So that's what I'm going to try and do now. So turning to my knees, and then just going to work that hook off, and then he'll just slip off eventually. But the round ends, and so that completes the first round of rolling since the injury, and I'm going to try and build on that. But thanks guys for watching, and stay tuned. There will be more commentaries coming up, and I'll see you in the next videos.